Today, I'm going to explain to you what the Chinese New Year actually is, where it comes from, how it works, and why it feels so different from our Western New Year. Chinese New Year, also called the Spring Festival, is the most important celebration in the traditional Chinese calendar because it marks the start of the year in the lunisolar calendar. Lunisolar? What is that? To understand what a lunisolar calendar means, first, let's explain our own calendar. The Western calendar, that is, our calendar, is based on the time it takes for the Earth to make one full orbit around the Sun. Because of this, our year has a fixed duration of 365 days and about 6 hours. These extra hours keep adding up, and every 4 years, they're compensated with a leap year, which is when the month of February ends up having, 29 days, one extra day. This keeps the calendar aligned with the seasons and makes the new year always start on the same day, January 1st. Now, the Chinese calendar works in a different way. It's called lunisolar. Why? Because it observes two movements at the same time, that of the moon and the sun. Each month starts with the new moon, so the months follow the lunar rhythm and can have 29 or 30 days. If the calendar only followed the moon, it would end up shifting away from the seasons of the year. Winter, spring, and summer would start falling at completely different times throughout the years. To avoid this, Chinese tradition also takes into account the movement of the sun, the earth in relation to the sun, and the cycle of the seasons. And this is where a fundamental point comes in. The start of the Chinese New Year doesn't happen on just any new moon. It always happens after the winter solstice. But what is the winter solstice? The winter solstice is the time of year when we have the shortest day and the longest night. It marks the point of maximum tilt of the Earth in relation to the Sun, and symbolically, the beginning of the gradual return of light. From that point on, the days gradually start to get longer again. That's why Chinese New Year happens on the second new moon after the winter solstice. This criterion ensures that the start of the year is always aligned with the natural change of the seasons and the return of spring. It's as if the Chinese were watching the sky very closely and asking, at what moment are the sun and the moon in enough harmony to mark a new beginning? When this alignment happens, the new cycle begins. Because of this, the date of the Chinese New Year is not fixed on our calendar. It usually varies between January 21st and February 20th. This year, for example, the Chinese New Year falls on February 17th. And here is a detail that completely changes the way we feel this celebration. In the West, the turn of the year is usually a one-time event, an intense night, and the next day, life returns to normal, accompanied by promises, goal lists, and that feeling of, here we go. But in the Chinese New Year, the turn is just the tip of a process. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It is built. Chinese culture treats time as a living cycle, and when a cycle changes, you change with it. When you understand this, you realize it's not about superstition or folklore. It's a very sophisticated way of organizing the mind, life, and internal rhythm. An entire culture creates together a transition corridor between what ends and what begins. And this is very powerful because it offers something fundamental, a ritual to end and a ritual to begin. Without this conscious closure, many people end up carrying the entire old year into the new year. So in the next video, I'll show you where this preparation begins, what tradition considers essential to do before the turn, and how to adapt all this to our current life without losing the deep meaning in these rituals. If you have any questions so far, write them in the comments, then we'll answer them and bring more content for the next videos. See you then. Until the next video.